The recent Los Angeles wildfires devastated neighborhoods, claimed 24 lives, and left several celebrity estates in ruins. Yet, according to Allison Carter, a woman renowned for her jarringly precise predictions, these cataclysmic events might not have been just another California tragedy. She insists there's a hidden layer to these fires, tied to child trafficking networks, secret underground tunnels, and high-profile figures desperate to erase evidence. One big name she and many others keep hinting at is none other than Sean Diddy Combs, who, rumor has it, could be on the brink of legal troubles that may send shockwaves through Hollywood. At first, all of this sounded outlandish. But then, unsettling pieces of her warnings began aligning with real-world disasters, explosions, sudden fires, carefully timed distractions, and looming arrests. While the mainstream still largely dismisses her, some believe she's bravely speaking truths too disturbing for the public to handle. The real question is, are these horrific wildfires truly natural? Or were they orchestrated to obscure something much darker, possibly linked to Diddy and other powerful players? In this video, we'll explore how Allison Carter's early warnings seemed to predict the disastrous fires, why she specifically signaled that A-list celebrities' homes would go up in flames, and how Diddy's rumored trial may fit into this unfolding puzzle. By the end, you'll wonder whether we're merely seeing a cruel coincidence, or witnessing a carefully designed plan to hide unspeakable secrets beneath the ashes. Before these recent fires, most people had never heard of Allison Carter. She first appeared on social media in 2021, alleging she'd encountered unspeakable horrors in secret underground facilities beneath Los Angeles. She spoke of labyrinthine passages linking schools, museums, hospitals, even high-profile estates. At the time, her videos seemed too extreme to be taken seriously. Claims of child trafficking, covert rituals, and hush-hush deals involving famous personalities. Yet her audience grew when some of her more modest predictions oddly aligned with real events. She correctly anticipated a sudden legal scandal involving a well-known producer, leading some fans to label her warnings premonitions. However, critics suggested she was simply rehashing long-standing Hollywood rumors for attention. Carter shrugged off the backlash, insisting that her revelations came from first-hand experiences and interviews with frightened insiders. In October of last year, she doubled down. We will see explosions, suspicious fires, and attempts to hide evidence before a major Hollywood arrest. The footage, widely shared online, didn't specify names. But in certain corners of the internet, people attached Diddy's name to her words, pointing to rumors that he might face looming legal battles. Carter's talk of a big figure who's shielded by money seemed to match how some perceived Diddy. Whether it was purely coincidental or an actual prophecy remained to be seen. Then came the wildfires. With entire blocks going up in flames, Carter's supporters flocked to her channel, claiming that her predictions had once again proven accurate. Skeptics maintained that catastrophic blazes are not exactly rare in California's climate. But for those already on edge, the timing was too close to ignore. If Carter was right, these flames might be far from accidental, especially if they indeed masked hidden networks lurking below the city. Sean Diddy Combs is a titan in music, fashion, and spirits branding, someone who has reshaped modern entertainment more than once. For years, gossip tabloids have run speculative pieces about him, from rumored scuffles with rivals to hush-hush financial deals. But the notion that Diddy might be involved, even peripherally, in a conspiracy involving child trafficking and hidden tunnels sounds vastly different from the usual celebrity scandal. How did he become attached to this wildfire narrative? Much of it stems from Carter's repeated emphasis on a powerful entertainer, possibly facing major legal jeopardy. She hinted that the fires were orchestrated to destroy physical evidence in private estates tied to that individual. Around the same time, a swirl of online chatter suggested Diddy might be bracing for legal trouble, though no legitimate outlet confirmed specifics. This overlap catapulted him into the spotlight of Carter's claims. People pointed to Diddy's track record, high-stakes lawsuits, controversies over artist contracts, and his name circulating in sensational rumors. While none of these matters directly involved missing children or underground networks, conspiracy theorists claimed they fit a pattern of hush money deals. After all, if smaller financial disputes can be swept under the rug, why not bigger secrets? To be clear, no official agency has linked Diddy to any wrongdoing in connection with these fires. He has also made no public statement on the conspiracy theories floating around. But in an era where a single post can spark a media frenzy, his silence further fueled speculation. Did the fires help him, or someone connected to him, eliminate incriminating documents? Or is Diddy simply the biggest name people can attach to Carter's vague predictions? For most, the idea of tunnels weaving beneath Los Angeles conjures images of old service passages or historical catacombs. Carter, however, claims there's a far more extensive system, one designed to shuttle illicit goods and even trafficked minors between key nodes, schools, museums, private residences, and cemeteries. She insists certain celebrities are aware of these passages, using them for secretive gatherings or worse. It sounds like a Hollywood script, but some physical evidence keeps these theories alive. Photos from the wildfire aftermath reveal odd structural damage. Collapsed roads exposing strange concrete compartments, sealed-off basement doors scorched by the flames. Officials say these are standard utility corridors or storm drains. Carter's followers see them as proof of her claims. In her older videos, Carter emphasized that major personalities, from comedians to music moguls, might have partial ownership or control over these hidden routes, enabling them to hide contraband or move underage victims out of the public eye. She never explicitly named Diddy in these early rants. But once internet sleuths connected him to her big arrest prophecy, they spliced old statements to strengthen the tie. Is there actual proof linking Diddy or any high-profile figure to an underground trafficking tunnel? Thus far, no credible journalist or law enforcement branch has presented conclusive data. But the idea that these tunnels exist remains a central pillar of Carter's narrative. If even a fraction of her allegations are true, the wildfires might have offered the perfect opportunity to torch evidence. Physical documents, locked rooms, or even entire subterranean sections. Authorities investigating the cause say they'll eventually release a final report, though many doubt it will address anything like hidden corridors. One of the most disturbing parts of Carter's story involves missing children. She cites alarming statistics on how many minors vanish each year, emphasizing that many are never found. While kidnapping and trafficking are tragic realities worldwide, connecting them directly to LA's recent fires requires a leap of faith. Yet Carter is adamant. She believes these children were funneled through the tunnels, and that certain notable people either participated or turned a blind eye. The theory gained traction when volunteer rescue workers shared unverified claims of stumbling upon off-limits areas amid the chaos. A few posted vague photos of what looked like half-buried access points under charred playgrounds or vacant lots. Officials quickly dismissed these as standard utility or maintenance spaces. But in the eyes of conspiracy believers, every denial is suspicious. Where does Diddy fit into this horrifying puzzle? If Carter is to be believed, he's one among several high-level entertainers who might know about these activities. The actual ring, she implies, involves a network so powerful that no single celebrity orchestrates it alone. She suggests the upcoming court date, supposedly May 5th, will reveal shocking details about who has been buying silence for years. If evidence existed in certain properties, she says, the fires could have conveniently erased it before any subpoena. Public fascination surged when mainstream headlines reported on celebrity homes catching fire. Some A-listers broadcast their frantic evacuations on social media, shining a spotlight on the near-instant response times for the affluent. But a darker narrative formed alongside these stories. While the rich could flee, 24 people, none of them big-name stars, lost their lives. This disparity underscored the question of who had prior knowledge and who didn't. Despite the tragedies, the tabloids fixated on one or two major personalities whose properties burned. Kathy Griffin was frequently mentioned because Allison Carter had named her in older allegations about underground tunnels. Meanwhile, rumors swirled that Diddy's home had remained untouched, prompting speculation that either his property was spared by chance or that he'd known how to protect it. Some even spun tales of private firefighting crews on retainer, further fanning suspicions. Officials reminded the public that wildfire behavior is unpredictable. Gusting winds can level one block while leaving the next barely singed. That randomness is often misunderstood as design. But for many, Carter's prophecy loomed too large to dismiss. She had spoken of disasters timed to coincide with major Hollywood developments, and now a small but vocal group was convinced that Diddy, or individuals in his orbit, had manipulated circumstances to ensure evidence vanished. Allison Carter has repeatedly pointed to May 5th as the day a major legal battle will break open. She never explicitly stated it's Diddy on the docket, but her hints strongly imply a towering figure in entertainment. If this date passes quietly, skeptics say her credibility will tank. If an actual trial does occur, especially one involving child exploitation or other horrifying charges, Carter might be lauded as a genuine oracle. Speculation about the nature of this supposed trial runs wild. Some claim sealed indictments will be unsealed, exposing the involvement of multiple A-listers. Others guess it might revolve around large-scale financial crimes that simply overlap with rumors of child trafficking. A few remain convinced it's all smoke and mirrors, pointing out that court calendars for high-profile names typically attract paparazzi and leaks. Diddy's representatives have not confirmed or denied any May 5th hearing. Without official comment, the rumor mill keeps churning. Carter's supporters argue that mainstream media is complicit in covering it up, while her detractors suggest she's milking the date for maximum attention. Whether the day will bring revelations or a quiet passing remains to be seen, but tension is building, and the public is watching closely. Carter insists something far more orchestrated took place. From secret tunnels allegedly used for child trafficking to rumors of a massive cover-up protecting star-studded names, possibly including Diddy. Her narrative paints the disaster as a deliberate attempt to bury incriminating evidence in the ashes. Much of this remains unverified, with no official investigation confirming or denying Carter's claims. In fact, law enforcement has remained tight-lipped, focusing on reconstruction efforts and the immediate needs of thousands displaced. But for those who have followed Carter's track record, the lack of transparency feeds into a belief that hidden forces continue to pull strings. The idea that entire neighborhoods might be sacrificed in pursuit of secrecy is horrifying, yet not unfathomable to those convinced that moral lines vanish at the highest levels of power. Ultimately, whether Diddy is truly involved, or if his name was simply tossed into an internet rumor vortex, remains up for debate. Carter's fixation on an alleged May 5th legal showdown suggests we may soon see whether her tale holds any real substance. If she's right, the revelations could rock Hollywood and confirm a monstrous conspiracy. If she's wrong, many will dismiss her entire crusade as another round of sensationalism, exploiting tragedy for online clout.